let's just go ahead and get started. Today we're making sweet potato pie, and obviously you can see behind me I have my 2 sweet potatoes boiling. They're gonna take about 45 minutes, and this is probably everybody's favorite recipe, and if it's not, I know you love to have it during the holidays, so I am presenting it to you today. While the sweet potatoes are boiling, we're going to go ahead and do step 2, and that is pretty much to mix all the ingredients for your pie crust. And you're going to start with 1/4 cup of unsalted butter, add that to the bowl. Then we're going to add a teaspoon of salt, 6 tablespoons of sugar, and 1 cup plus 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. Mix all those together. And then the next step is to add 4 tablespoons of some cool water and add that to the mixture. Now mix the dough in with your hands. So now I'm spreading a 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour on the counter. Then I'm going to get my dough and spread the flour on all sides of the dough. And then I'm going to roll it out into a flat piece. So this is what it looks like at this point after it's finished being rolled out. And I'm about to place it on my pie pan, but first I have to do this step that I'm going to show you. So now I'm going to get a cool stick of butter and I'm going to butter my baked dish. Okay, so now you're going to get your 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, and you're going to sprinkle that on. And you kind of shake it around. And you're going to do the same thing with your 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg. Go ahead and transfer the crust that I had on my chopping board and put it on here now. So now that I have my pie crust neatly formed into my baked dish, as you can see here, I'm going to repeat the same step that I did on the bottom, and I'm going to get my cool unsalted butter, and I'm going to butter the inside now. And now I'm going to get my 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg and 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. I already had my oven preheating on 350 degrees, so now I'm going to add the crust to the oven and let the crust pre-bake for 10 minutes alone. So now what I'm doing is using this potato masher to mash up all of the sweet potatoes that I just cut up. So I just measured out the sweet potato, and it came out to exactly 2 cups, and I just added the heavy cream. Now I'm adding the melted butter. Next is the sweetened condensed milk. And now I'm going to add my 3 eggs, vanilla extract, then the lemon extract. Okay, now we're going to add the nutmeg. Next is the cinnamon. Then we have the brown ginger. Okay, and the very last things you're going to add are your sugar. So I'm adding the brown sugar first, then the regular sugar. So now what I'm going to do is blend everything in my blender to make sure it's all the same consistency. So now I'm going to pour it into my baked dish. And what I'm going to do now is put this in the oven and let this bake for 1 hour. So here is the final shot of my sweet potato pie, and it just finished baking, and then I let it cool for about 30 minutes, and now I'm about to cut into it and I'll give you that final shot. So here is the final finished product, y'all, and I'm gonna go ahead and give you a 360 degree view like I always do. Front, back, side to side. There it is for you. See how thick it is? Thanks for coming by, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Today's quote is, think positive because thoughts are like the steering wheel that moves our life in the right direction.